All right, so let's build our first automation flow. The first thing is to add a name to it and hit submit. And this is the actual flow builder. So here's where you can create your automation triggers, what type of actions you want to have here. So what are the flows generally used for? This is where you want to create a sequence of different actions to be taken when a specific trigger adds a person to this automation flow. So let's say, for example, one of the most common ones is when somebody submits a form. You want to start sending them an email or some set of emails for a specific time or some type of date. This is what you can achieve with the automation. So the first thing that we can do here, or we should do, is to add a trigger. So a trigger is basically what you want or how you want to add people into this flow. So here you have different triggers. So for example, if somebody is being added to a list, let's say they submitted a form and then they've been added to a list. And when they are being added to that list, they will start receiving the emails or whatever the flow is set to do. So let's say somebody is being added to a default list. That will trigger them to enter the flow and execute the steps one by one. So if we click on the plus, we will see the different actions. So let's say we want to go ahead and send an email right away after they're added to the list. So let's say here we add some information about some subject or lines that we want to go ahead and have in our email. Then we have the sender, and here we can add our information, or well, start building our email. So let's go ahead and pick one. Welcome to our newsletter. We'll see the picture and then the information here. So after they submitted the form, they'll go ahead and get this email, and you can go ahead and hit save once you're done. So that's how we added our first step. This is the email. You click outside and you go back, and this is our first step. When somebody enters, they'll just receive this email right away. If you want to send it right away, you can just go ahead and add a new step with a delay. So let's say we want to delay it, no days, let's say 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes of entering the flow, so this is the delay step, they will be receiving this email to that user. This way, you can create whatever forms or flow you want. So here you can see all the different actions available. So another cool thing is, for example, the delay, or I'm sorry, if else. So this is a split option for the automation based on a specific role. Let's say you want to filter people by, let's say, a tag. So let's say if they're tagged with a specific tag, there will be a split on that. If they have that tag, they'll go to the left. And if they don't have the tag, they'll go to the right. And you can execute a different set of different actions to be taken. Let's say, for example, we want to update the property, or we want to add to a different list, or remove them from a list, or add a note, whatever you wish to execute for that user. If they go that path, you can add it here. And this way you can build the flows as big as you want. If you build a very big flow, you can always click on the minus sign to zoom out to see a better view, or have a better view of your whole flow, or go back to 100% if you want. And this is it. This is how simple it is. You have your triggers with multiple ones and the actions and all the events happening to that user when they enter the flow. Now, what are goals? So this is so cool. Basically, every automation has some type of an idea or goal. You want something to happen. You need to achieve a goal. Let's say we need to have them purchase a product, or to submit a form, or to fill a quiz, or to go somewhere. Whatever you need them to do, you have some type of idea behind it. So here, when you click on set a goal, you can actually define what that action is. And the user will go ahead and take that action, whatever it is. They will immediately exit the flow. So you don't have to do anything else, send them any more emails, or do any more work, because they have already achieved your goal. And here you can define the goal. So let's say, for example, the idea of the flow is a person to purchase a product. So you send them emails and you have them through the different flow, or the different actions through the flow, to encourage them to purchase the product. So in the checkout, you can just go ahead and add a tag. Whenever somebody checks out and makes that purchase, you can tag them with a specific tag. And here you can add, when somebody has the tag, to have the tag as a goal so they can exit the flow. So let's say the tag is purchased. So create the tag, and when somebody has purchased and that tag has been added to them, they have performed that action, and that will exit them from the flow. Very simple and easy. So here's define what the actual goals are. You can define different goals, and we will be adding more, as you can see. The goals that will actually make them exit the flow. And this is very, very cool, because this will actually help you see the percentage of the users that have successfully completed the automation. So when you click on analytics and goals, this is awesome. You can see all the analytics of that process, how many users have entered, how many have completed the flow, entered, completed, and gotten all the way to the end of the flow, and how many are still inside the flow, meaning they're still in some type of delay, for example. Then we have the information about the email flow, and you can see the goal reached with the percentage. So this is very, very cool. So you can have full visuals of your goals and the people that have actually completed the purchases, or whatever goal you want to achieve. Then we have more visual of the goals, a percentage, and how many people, and you can go ahead and again, edit what type of goal you want to have here. And below, you can see all the emails that are actually in your automation flow. So it's very easy to see the opens, the audience, and the click rate for that specific email or campaign. And of course, you can always go back and edit your flow. So this is it. In a nutshell, this is how simple it is to create your flows and see the analytics about that flow. And when you're ready, just click on, and that's it. Yes, and that will start your flow actually. And you can now see the analytics about the steps and how many have completed it and how many are waiting. And actually you can have a waiting setting or waiting analytics if it's in a delay, because this is when it has stopped waiting on a specific time, so you can continue with the journey. So this is the information, super powerful when you want to go ahead and create any type of automatic sequences of actions happening to the user or users. Super powerful and easy. And then we can go back to the automations and see the data about the audience, the open, the clicked, and the goal of your campaign if you have such a goal set. You will go ahead and see everything here. So this is the automation, super quick, super easy. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I always do. And let us know if you have any questions.